Brooklyn Beckham's family feud just took another explosive turn, and this time it isn't coming from the Beckhams or from Brooklyn himself, but from someone who knew Nicola Peltz long before she ever became a Beckham. Before we get into what's just been revealed, take a second to subscribe to the channel, because this story is moving fast, the details are getting darker by the day, and you will not want to miss what comes next. Because now, an outsider has spoken up. And what she's said changes everything. Nicola Peltz's former world has just collided head-on with the Beckham family implosion after Alana Hadid publicly weighed in on the fallout engulfing Brooklyn Beckham and his parents David Beckham and Victoria Beckham. And her words were not diplomatic. They were not neutral. And they were not accidental. Alana Hadid, sister to Gigi and Bella Hadid, and former close family member during Nicola's relationship with Anwar Hadid, has done what very few people connected to Nicola have been willing to do so far. She said the quiet part out loud. Reacting to Brooklyn's extraordinary 6-page Instagram attack on his own parents, Alana openly mocked the contradiction at the heart of his statement. 8 long paragraphs of public accusations, followed by a plea for privacy. Her response was sharp, dismissive, and telling, ending an 8-paragraph rant about your family's dirty laundry with, "All we want is privacy, is all I need to know." And then came the line that detonated across social media. That girl doesn't want privacy. She's been trying to be famous for a decade. That comment matters, because Alana isn't a Beckham. She isn't British press. She isn't part of brand Beckham. She's from Nicola's past. And suddenly, the pattern people have been whispering about for years is being openly acknowledged by someone who watched it happen from the inside. Because this isn't the first family Nicola Peltz has allegedly clashed with. Long before Brooklyn Beckham stopped speaking to his parents, Anwar Hadid reportedly grew distant from his own family while dating Nicola. At the time, it was brushed off. Teenage romance, growing pains, Hollywood noise. But now, looking back, the similarities are uncomfortable. A young man, a powerful family, a sudden emotional withdrawal, and a partner positioned firmly at the center of his universe. Even online, people are resurfacing old claims, including a viral tweet that alleged Anwar's mother, Alana Hadid, drew firm boundaries after the relationship caused strain within her household. Notably, Nicola eventually unfollowed the entire Hadid family on social media. Sound familiar? Because it's exactly what's just happened with the Beckhams. Nicola has wiped all traces of David and Victoria from her accounts. Brooklyn has blocked his parents and siblings. And now, a former insider is saying this behavior didn't start with the Beckhams. It followed her. And here's where this story stops being about one wedding, one argument, or one Instagram post. Because Brooklyn's statement didn't just criticize his parents. It completely rewrote his childhood. He accused his family of controlling narratives, of valuing publicity over love, of sabotaging his marriage, of calling him evil, of humiliating him on his wedding day. And yet, despite all of that, despite claiming he's finally free, finally peaceful, finally protected, he released it all publicly, at maximum volume, with zero room for reconciliation. That alone raised eyebrows. But now, with Alana Hadid's intervention, a new question is dominating this story. Whose voice was that statement really written in? Because Alana's accusation wasn't subtle. She didn't say Nicola enjoys attention. She didn't say Nicola struggles with fame. She said Nicola has wanted fame for years. And suddenly, people are looking back at everything. The billionaire father, the Hollywood connections, the relentless branding, the Vogue wedding, the influencer deals, the vow renewal without his family, the legal letters, the social media blocks. And they're asking whether Brooklyn didn't walk away from his family, but was pulled. Brooklyn insists he's standing up for himself for the first time in his life. But critics argue that cutting off your entire family, accusing them publicly, and aligning fully with one person above everyone else doesn't look like independence. It looks like isolation. And this is where the sympathy has shifted sharply back toward David and Victoria. Because regardless of mistakes, missteps, or family tensions, one thing remains undeniable. They haven't retaliated. They haven't responded publicly. They haven't issued statements. They haven't attacked Nicola. They haven't defended themselves point by point. Instead, they've stayed silent. And for many watching, that silence now reads not as guilt, but as heartbreak. Insiders say Victoria is devastated behind closed doors, that Brooklyn being her firstborn makes this loss unbearable, that David still hopes privately that his son will come back, even now. Meanwhile, Nicola's past is being dragged into the spotlight. Her history of high-profile relationships, her family's immense wealth, her acting career that never quite matched the platform she occupies, and now, her former boyfriend's sister openly questioning her motives. This feud is no longer contained within the Beckham household. It's spilling outward, pulling in old relationships, old patterns, old warnings that people ignored at the time. And Brooklyn, whether he realizes it or not, is standing at the center of it all. Estranged from his parents, cut off from his siblings, backed into a corner publicly, and now defended only by the woman critics say benefits most from his separation. The tragedy here isn't celebrity drama. It's a son burning bridges he may one day want to cross again. Because fame fades, brands collapse, public opinion turns. But family fractures like this leave scars that don't disappear when the headlines move on. And if Alana Hadid is right, if this isn't about privacy, if this is about control, influence, and visibility, then Brooklyn Beckham may wake up one day and realize that the price of peace was everything he once had. And what makes this moment even more dangerous is how final everything suddenly feels. Brooklyn didn't leave the door ajar. He didn't signal space or time or reflection. He didn't ask for boundaries. He slammed the door shut, locked it, and then explained to the world why he did it. That is not the behavior of someone calmly protecting their mental health. That is the behavior of someone who feels cornered, validated by one voice, and encouraged to burn the past rather than process it. Because once accusations like these are made publicly, there is no quiet walk back, no private apology, no easy reunion. Every future reconciliation now comes with screenshots, receipts, and humiliation attached. And that's the part that should worry everyone who genuinely cares about Brooklyn Beckham. Not whether Victoria danced too close, not who unfollowed who, but whether a young man raised inside one of the most famous families on earth has just been pushed into a permanent, irreversible break while believing it's freedom. Because if this really is his peace, it's an incredibly lonely one. If you want continued updates on this unfolding story, subscribe now. And at the end of this video, tell me clearly in the comments where you stand. Because this feud is far from over.